Hi guys, and welcome to our channel Only in Australia, where you can find travel, adventure, food and culture that is unique to Australia's shores. Hi guys, this is the centre of Canberra. You're looking at the Sydney building, and on the opposite side of the road is the Melbourne building. They're two of the oldest buildings in the city. As you can see, the city's sprouted up new buildings over the last few years and decades. We're in Canberra's central public transport hub, and we're going to look at some of the ways to get around the city. Okay, so this is Northbourne Avenue, our main thoroughfare, and there we are. Here's our light rail station. And if you're arriving in Canberra, you're likely to arrive here if you're not coming from the airport. This is our Jolimont Bus Station. It's a coach terminal, and coaches come in from Melbourne and Sydney and other destinations. There are various companies, including Greyhound and Murray's, which is a local bus company, which is one of the biggest in Australia and goes nearly everywhere as well. Murray's travel to Sydney very regularly, and you can arrive in Sydney as early as I think 5 o'clock in the morning or even earlier. One of the ways of getting around Canberra is by renting a car, and there are lots of rent-a-car offices at the airport and in the city, and in some hotels around the city as well. It's quite easy to rent one here. You do need a license issued in English, otherwise you'll need an international driver's permit with your license. Taxis in Canberra, there's no other way to say it, they're expensive, but they can be a reliable way of getting where you're going, although booking a cab for the airport for a departing flight can be a bit risky, and you may want to book it a long way in advance or try an Uber instead. They're generally comfortable, there's lots of standards. Rideshare services are another way to get around the city. Uber is wide known and is generally quite reliable. And we also have Ola, which is a newer one, which sometimes is said to be a little bit cheaper. And there are other services as well. Light rail is new to Canberra, and it stretches from the city out to Gungahlin, so it's a one route system which is 13 kilometres long, and it stops at Lyneham, Dixon, Braddon, Mitchell, all the way out to Gungahlin, including Harrison and Franklin. And this is one of the trains arriving now. You can see here on the timetable that during peak hour they're every 6 minutes, then they drop back to every 15 minutes, and then at some points of the day they're every, I think, half an hour. And you can see the route there highlighted, and from some stops you can catch buses as well. But that's highlighted more clearly inside the train. And there's one there leaving up Northbourne Avenue. Okay, so we're about to have a look inside the light rail, and this is inside. There are lots of handrails, there are wheelchair accessible bays, and bays for prams as well. And here's us with our little dinky pram. And yeah, the trams seat about 100 people, but they put about 150 inside, so lots of standing during peak times. And it's a very smooth ride. It's brand new track, brand new trains, and it's 24 minutes between the two furthest points. And yeah, they run into the night. On Saturday night or Friday night, I think, yeah, they run close to midnight, and other nights they close around 11. And here's one just arriving in the dark. The stations are generally, well, they are all actually just 2 platforms, and you alternate to which side of the train you have to get on and off, because some tracks are between 2 platforms and some are on either side of one double platform, and that where they've had to build it in relation to traffic and infrastructure. Another way to get around Canberra are the buses. They used to be called action buses. Now it's just changing over to Transport Canberra, which the trains are also as Canberra Metro part of that. Here's the bus timetable, and yeah, this is inside one of the buses. And most buses are wheelchair accessible, and you can put your bike on a rack on the front of the bus. That's the yellow thing through the windscreen there, the bar. But some of the orange buses, they're the old ones, and they're not wheelchair accessible. And you have to check the timetable if you need one, or if you have a big pram, because otherwise you may not be able to get on and off quite so easily, or put your pram or chair anywhere, because the chairs don't fold up. But yeah, the new buses, they actually lower the step as you get on, and here are the kids enjoying the bus ride. And this, I believe, is one of the older ones. The older buses were on this time. And here we are in Parks, and we're just waiting for a bus, actually. And we've just finished our day at Questacon. Here's a bus ticket machine, so you can actually buy tickets or recharge your MyWay card there. And tickets are good for 90 minutes on either train or bus. So as long as you're within the 90 minutes, it's just all one fare. You can also rent a bike to get around Canberra. There are lots of companies that place these bikes at hotels or youth hostels, etc. And you just rent them, and some you have to ask the concierge for the helmet, some they're already just on the bike. And here we are at night, and there's one of the buses going. It's one of our new ones. Thank you guys for watching our video. We hope you've enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe and share to keep us making more videos. Thank you.